I know. I I know. No, I know. I'm well aware. That I am on some crazy next level ish right now in this moment. Yeah, yo. what, what was that? I was listening back to my episode from last week, while I was editing it and stuff. And it was literally less than like it was what, like 30 seconds into the episode, and then I started laughing, and just as I started laughing, me in my recording started laughing. So then I was laughing with myself for a second there at a joke that I made, well, my past self made. And it really was a moment of like, wow, this really is for me, myself, and I, isn't it? Isn't it? Like, I crack myself up. I really do. I really be doing that every day. I wake up and I choose violence. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Every day I wake up and I choose happiness. Is that true? I'm not sure. Today I cried a little. I think my period is coming. How do periods work? Also, I read today that that whole thing where like periods sink is kind of a myth. Is that true? Is it a myth? Is it not real? Because I swear to God. But then also now I'm like, maybe I was just lying to myself. Maybe I crave that connection with people who my period used to be synced with so bad that I convinced myself that I was synced when I really wasn't. And that is something that I think about now. Well, did. But I cried today. I'm not going to get into it because I saw this TikTok. Grayson made this TikTok and she was like, it's not beating a dead horse if the dead horse is still alive. If the horse is still alive, if the horse is continuously doing atrocious acts, then it's not beating a dead horse. You can't beat a dead horse that's not dead. That's beating an alive horse, and that is deserved. Because why is the horse doing that? Why is the horse doing that? And many times, let me tell you this, many times it is me who is almost going out of my way to make myself feel something by speaking to the horse, seeing the horse, hearing the horse, thinking about the horse. So I am the one to blame. I can only blame myself. All roads lead to Rome, and I am Rome. Because at the end of the day, I am the most important person in this earth. I'm like the most interesting, the most funny, the hottest person you've ever met. And that's okay. And that's okay. Let me hold your hand while I say this. That is okay. And I respect that. And I can't do like what like I'm sorry. No, I'm not though. No, I'm not. And life moves on. I don't know how I got this, but the point is, I was thinking about this since me and my friend Lucy, well, now that I live in LA, I have taken the liberty to like really speak my mind and like voice my thoughts and like say things how they are and wear my heart on my sleeve more than I was before. My heart used to be on my sleeve. Now it's not on my sleeve, it's on my bare skin. It's on my arm, it's on my shoulder. You can basically, you know what I wish I could do? I wish I could carry one of those like billboards on my forehead, the rotating billboards, when you like go to like a smoke shop and there's like a rotating little neon sign that says like smoke shop. I wish I could wear that across my forehead so people could read what I'm thinking at every single time so I wouldn't have to beat the dead horse. I would not have to beat the dead horse if everybody knew who the horse was. And don't get me wrong, the horse changes. I have a new horse all the time. All the time. And I will go back to an old horse and bring a new horse. I will introduce the horses to each other. And sometimes I am the horse. Peter, the horse is here. Sometimes I am the horse. Nay! Um, but anyways, since I live in LA now, I've met, quite a few people out and about in the world that I had never met before. Adur. And there's a lot of people who are strange, weird, annoying, pretentious, boring. But I don't think that's an LA thing. I think there's boring, strange, annoying, weird, pretentious people everywhere. But before, I could have bet money. I would have bet the lottery. I would have bet the winning numbers of the lottery that I was going to be in my small little town for the rest of my life. Not in San Pedro Sula, Honduras, by any means, which is where I grew up. I really knew I had to get out of San Pedro Sula, Honduras, and I was willing to do anything and everything it took to get out of that town. That town, that town, yeah, yeah, yeah. That town, San Pedro Sula, Honduras, is a really small, small place. But at the same time, there's 2 million people living in that city. And maybe I just run in really small circles. What can I say? And I think to an extent that was my choice. I did not want to run in a big circle. I did not really care to meet new people. I wanted to get the hell out of there. And it's kind of sad because people like me who don't like San Pedro Sula, Honduras and want to get out of San Pedro Sula, Honduras is the reason that San Pedro Sula, Honduras is also not great, because the good people, i.e. me, because again, all roads lead to Rome or whatever. She is the moment is about me. And so now there's a certain sense of like, not that nothing matters, but also at the end of the day, let's remember nothing ever matters. Literally nothing ever matters. Listen to me. Nothing matters. Like, tomorrow is a brand new day. Today was a brand new day. The past is the past. The future is not promised. And today is a gift, and that's why we call it the present. Boom. Who said that? Winnie the Pooh? I don't know. You will meet new people. You will forget old people. People will die. People will be born. Isn't that weird? People are still being born. What? Imagine being born in yeah, I was born in 2016. What? Someone born in 2016 is 10 years old right now. And how does that make you feel? Because 2016 with that song, if you know what I'm talking about, is that even 2016? Sometimes I get 2016 and 2013 mixed up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a baby. I was literally born yesterday. I was born in 2002. O2 gang, raise your hands. Put your hands up. But the thing about dead horses is, and I love that the saying went by out of nowhere. I don't know where everybody's like, beating the dead horse, beating the dead horse, beating the dead horse. And I love that. Because I think as a community, we are kind of forgetting how important it is to gossip. We are forgetting how important it is to get together with your girls, with your gays and your theys, not with your guys or your boys. Unless you're my friend. If you're a straight man and you're my friend, then you are approved. We need to, as a society, we live in a time where we can put vodka sauce on any shaped pasta. Anyways, we need to, as a society, well, first of all, should I start a commune? Second of all, should I start a cult? Third of all, if I start a cult, would you join? Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. If you're listening to this, guess what? You're already part of the cult. I already signed you up. First and last name. No, actually, there's no way I can actually know who exactly listens to this. I only get vague demographic charts and stuff from which I create assumptions in my brain. And it's a big one. How's your head? I haven't had any complaints. I haven't watched RuPaul's Drag Race in a while, which I've heard that the newer seasons are good, and I heard Mikey Meeks. I think it's Mikey Meeks. I heard she was really good, and I would be interested in watching that if I had Paramount or when it comes on Paramount. I don't think I have any streaming services right now. Literally none. Why? Because I'd be outside. I be outside. And you know what? Raise your hand if you have a streaming service right now. Look how dumb you look with your hand raised, because I know you do. I know you be having all of them in your giant, humongous, first name Hugh, last name Mungus TV. I don't think I've ever actually met someone named Hugh. Hugh Jackman. I mean, I haven't met him. Um, I need to stop saying That was one of my goals. I was listening to my last podcast and I was like, I say too much. But guys, cut me some slack. And by guys, I mean myself. TNG, I'm looking at you in the reflection of the phone. You got to cut yourself some slack, girl. You're doing great. You're doing amazing. Do you have chronic anxiety and do you feel like you're living life on hard mode all the time? Yes. God gives his strongest God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. So I will take that as a compliment. Because if I had been a soldier during the Trojan War, okay, maybe I wouldn't have done great. Also, were women even allowed to fight in war? I don't think so, right? That doesn't sound right. Um, I said it again. God damn it. I also said the Lord's name in vain. Should I just end that? Should I just end the pod now? I want to start having people on the pod, but I'm so disorganized. Yesterday or the day before that, I was looking at the 16 personality test quiz thing, and I am an ENFP, I believe. An ENFP? Yeah. Emotional, no, extroverted, intuitive. I make decisions based on feelings and I perceive people or something. And one of the weaknesses was like, you are disorganized. And I don't like it when they read me to filth like that. I know who I am. Only one person in this world can tell you who you are. You? No, me, TNG Lee Bueso. Yes, I have 2 last names. And many times when I'm applying to jobs, AI gets it wrong and they think Lee is my middle name, so then they exclude it, so they put TNG Bueso on the applications, which is wrong. Which part of me is like, wow, should I cut out my second last name and just start using my first name and my first last name so that I can it's easier for the average American population to be able to digest my name? But then I'm like, what am I saying? Who am I becoming? Who do I think I am? Who do you think you are? Justin Bieber performed at the World Cup final. And so did a bunch of other people. Shakira. Oh, wow. That was so bad. That is embarrassing. I think for the longest time you know what? I need to be free of the shackles of everything. I don't need to be shackled up. No more shackles. Hashtag cancel shackles. I have to be free. She was crazy, but she was free. I'm like a bird. I want to fly away. Ooh. Do I want to talk about this? Who cares? Nobody cares. And I need to be okay with that. You need to be okay with that. We all need to be okay with that. We all need to come to the point and the realization that at the end of the day, the only things that matter is doing things that make you truly happy. Of course, never at the expense of other people, but you have to be able to listen to that intuition and to listen to that gut feeling and to understand, never risk your own morals and values for the approval of others. I've been like this for too long. We got to cut it out. I got to start living unapologetically like myself. I kind of want to be open to love. Guys, I know. TNG, you just got out of a relationship. Did I though? Open your calendar application on your phone right now. What day is it? And I've been single since basically like June 1st. Basically, kind of, sorta, technically, according to the laws and regulations, according to the terms and conditions. And I, after that, was heartbroken. And, but here's the thing though. At the end of the day, I'm like, do I though? Do I want to be in a relationship? I don't know. I don't know. Because think about it like this. Think about it like this. Kissing, love kissing. Love kissing. I saw this TikTok of this girl who was like, I'm free because the last person I kissed is no longer my ex. And I was like, well, you know, good for her. Good for her. And one day that will be me. Maybe at the time that you're listening to this, that would be me. Food for thought, food for thought. Or maybe not. And most likely, probably not. But I don't know. I'm 23. I'm young. I'm hot. My bosom is still perky. I have a fuck ass bob. I have a car. I have income. I have an apartment. Like, these are the years that I need to be naked, said Kylie Jenner. And she said that when she was 27, and I'm 23, and I firmly believe that. And so part of me is like, girl, tighten those bootstraps. I was going to make a naughty joke, and I will keep that to myself. We cannot go that crazy in one episode. But I was holding myself back. Right. I was talking to ChatGPT, wasting all the water in the planet. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't afford a therapist. And my friends take too long to respond. So I started talking to ChatGPT and asking it what I should do. And ChatGPT was like, let's just say this. The AI was like, you gotta chill and you can't be living like this, which deep down, I know. I'm my own harshest critic. I'm the smartest person I know. Like, I have all the answers if I just sit with myself and think. But my brain is so pink and smooth sometimes that I don't want to think. To be so beautiful that I never have to think. What a struggle. I'm also dehydrated, by the way. I feel like I haven't been hydrated since I was in like 7th grade. When was the last time you were hydrated? And be honest with yourself. Because I'm drinking water. I'm chugging that water 24/7. Gook. Always dehydrated. Lips chapped. Skin dry. Lotion nowhere to be found. I should wash my face because my face is kind of getting oily. I also need to wash my hair. See, I have kind of like a shag vibe going kind of right now. So it has like 2 main layers. Like one layer, it's kind of like at the, I don't want to say the crown of my head. It's kind of like low. It's like in the middle of my head. And then the second layer is at the very bottom. So the hairs at the very bottom of my hair are like way shorter than the hairs at the top of my head. And when it gets really oily, you can really see the separation. But also, my hair is getting so long because you used to like, when my hair got ugly, it was like really, really bad. But now it's getting ugly and it's oily. And now that it's getting oily, it's mostly at the top, which I feel like when my hair was really long, the oiliness was mostly at the top. And let me throw you this bone. Do you think you're a reliable person? Right. No, right. Because I was thinking today, I know, don't hurt yourself. I was thinking today, and there's a handful of very unreliable people. And I think being unreliable to an extent is a choice, and to another extent is, of course, pure ignorance of self and lack of self-awareness. But some people kind of choose to be unreliable, and you can choose to be reliable to who you want and to who you don't want. But I would like to say, in interviews, I used to, when people would be like, do you think you're a leader or a follower? My go-to answer, and you can steal this one. I don't know if it's a good answer or a bad one. Don't tell me. I don't care. But also I do kind of care, which is why I said I don't care, because I don't want my own feelings hurt. But I would always say that I I am a leader when a leader is needed, but I think a leader is no one without their followers. I think that I'm a very good rule follower. I think I'm a huge team player. I think I am very well at recognizing the ins and outs of like an operation and being able to like squeeze myself and fill in those little corners that maybe are not being like taken care of or not being paid attention to. I think I like for things to go very smoothly, and because of that it has given me the ability of being able to register when there are problems and being able to adapt and change and kind of mold myself to where I am needed. So one of my I think I'm very confident, of course. I think I'm very extrovert. Not even confident. I think I'm very extroverted. I think I am a good team player. And today I realized I think I'm very reliable. I really think so. Need someone to pick you up from the airport? I'll be there. Need someone to drop you off at the airport? I will be there. Need someone to come watch your art show? I'll be there. Need someone to watch your music show? I'll be there. Need someone to watch your stand up? I'll be there. Need someone to watch your cat? I'll be there. Need someone to watch your dog? I'll be there. And that is not something a lot of people can say. Aw. I know. I think I am a good friend in that I am reliable. I think one of my bad qualities, I'm always late, notoriously late. But I think I genuinely need someone to water your plants. I'll be there. Need someone to text you at 6 a.m. to make sure you don't miss your alarm? I'll do it. Need $5? I'll send them. Need a DD? I'll be that. Need a drinking partner? I'll be that too. I think I am. And at the end of the day, you know what? Because at the end of the day, all you have is you. And obviously your close, tight friends. Shout out Luce. I call Lucy I love giving people nicknames. Love giving people nicknames. My friend Sophia became Sophie. My friend Lucy became Luce, Lucinda. Okay, maybe those are the only nicknames I can think of. I do love being like if your name is like Trevor, I'll be like T Dog, or if it's Jason, I'll go J Dog. Oh my god, my friend Gemmatron. She told me once that sometimes people call her Gemmifer, and that is the funniest thing ever. So if your name is Gemma, you should go by Gemmifer. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you're watching on YouTube. And if you're not, make sure you catch me on Apple Podcasts or any other platforms where you can get your podcast. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and leave me a 5-star review. Make sure to post this on your Instagram story. And you know what? While you're at it, if you made it this far along in the episode, send me a text that says, "You were amazing on that episode. That was so funny. I almost pissed my pants laughing because you made me cackle." Not right now. I'm just weird. Bye. Love you.